Emily Carter was a university student working part-time at a McDonald's branch in New York. She was quiet, hardworking, and kind. She had never been part of any major events in her life and focused solely on doing good in her daily routine. That day, she was going through a busy shift at McDonald's, doing her job as usual. A tall, well-dressed young man entered the restaurant. His eyes quickly scanned the room, and he seemed uneasy, as if he didn't quite belong there. He placed his order, but as he reached into his pocket to pull out his wallet, his face froze for a moment. He couldn't find it. Emily immediately noticed the situation. Without a second thought, she took out her own debit card from the register and paid for his meal. As she handed him the tray, she smiled gently and said, "Don't worry, these things happen." The young man nodded gratefully, but didn't say much. Emily didn't press him either. To her, it was just an ordinary act of kindness. However, she had no idea that the young man she had helped was Eric Trump, the son of Donald Trump. Weeks passed, and Emily continued working at McDonald's. Unbeknownst to her, the ripple effect of her small kindness had reached Mar-a-Lago. Eric had shared the story with his father, Donald Trump. "Dad, a girl paid for my meal and didn't even say a word about it. She didn't make me feel embarrassed, just smiled and went on with her day," Eric said. Donald Trump paused for a moment, deep in thought. "What's her name?" he asked. "Emily Carter. She works at McDonald's," Eric replied. Trump was resolute. "We're going to visit her." His team quickly arranged everything. Trump insisted that the visit should be about Emily, not himself. "No press. This is about her," he instructed. And then the day came. A convoy of black SUVs pulled up in front of the McDonald's. Emily was too busy to notice at first, but suddenly the restaurant fell silent. The doors opened, and Donald Trump himself walked in. "Is Emily Carter here?" he asked. Emily stepped forward in shock. "That's me," she said, her voice slightly shaky. Trump smiled warmly and extended his hand. "My son Eric has told me a lot about you. We came to thank you for your kindness," he said. Eric stepped forward with a shy smile. "I never forgot what you did for me," he said. "Thank you, Emily." Emily blushed and murmured, "It was really nothing, just helping out." Trump shook his head and spoke firmly. "No, Emily. Even the smallest acts of kindness can change the world." A staff member handed Emily a sleek envelope. Inside was a full scholarship covering her remaining university expenses and a short thank you note from Eric. The restaurant erupted into applause. Emily, overwhelmed with emotion, held the envelope tightly as tears welled up in her eyes. "I don't know what to say," she whispered. Trump chuckled. "Just keep being the wonderful person you are. That's more than enough." As the convoy drove away, Emily stood at the door, clutching the envelope while the customers congratulated her. In the days that followed, Emily's story spread across social media. Customers at McDonald's started recognizing her. Before long, Emily's outlook on life had changed. She now understood the true power of kindness and looked for new opportunities to help others. The days following the unexpected visit were surreal for Emily. Customers who came to McDonald's recognized her and congratulated her on her kindness. Some simply smiled at her, while others asked about her story. Her co-workers teased her, calling her the girl who served Trump, but it was all in good spirits. One afternoon, as she was finishing her shift, her manager called her into the office. "Emily, you've got a visitor," he said with a knowing smile. Curious, Emily stepped out of the office and found Eric Trump standing near the counter, dressed more casually this time. He gave her a friendly nod. "Hey, Emily. Hope I'm not disturbing you." Emily blinked in surprise. "Eric, what are you doing here?" Eric smiled. "Well, my dad wanted to do something nice for you, but I felt like I should personally check in too. You see, I've been thinking about how you didn't hesitate to help a complete stranger. That says a lot about who you are. And I wanted to know more about your dreams. What do you want to do after college?" Emily hesitated for a moment. No one had ever really asked her that question with genuine curiosity. "Well, I'm studying business administration. I always dreamed of opening my own small cafe one day, something cozy where people feel at home." Eric nodded, intrigued. "That's amazing. Have you started working on a plan for it?" Emily chuckled. "Not really. College fees and work take up most of my time, so it's just an idea for now." Eric pulled out a business card and handed it to her. "My family knows a thing or two about business. If you're interested, I can introduce you to some people who can help you develop your business plan, no strings attached. Consider it a thank you for what you did that day." Emily hesitated, but took the card. "That's really generous of you." "I don't know what to say." Eric grinned. "You don't have to say anything. Just think about it." Over the next few weeks, Emily kept replaying the conversation in her head. Eventually, curiosity won, and she decided to call the number on the card. To her surprise, she was connected to a small business mentorship program affiliated with one of the Trump organization's philanthropic initiatives. Before she knew it, Emily was attending workshops, learning about entrepreneurship, and connecting with successful business owners. She worked on a business plan for her cafe, refining it little by little. One day, she received another unexpected call. "Emily?" The voice on the other end said, "This is Eric. My dad and I read your business plan. We think you have something special here. How about a small investment to get you started?" Emily nearly dropped her phone. "Are you serious?" Eric laughed. "Completely. But the hard work will still be up to you." A year later, in a small but charming corner of New York City, Emily's cafe opened its doors. The cozy, warmly lit space was exactly as Emily had imagined, inviting, comfortable, and filled with the smell of fresh coffee and pastries. On opening day, among the many guests who arrived, two familiar faces walked through the door, Eric and Donald Trump. "Looks like you made it happen," Trump said with a proud smile. Emily, holding back tears of gratitude, grinned. "I guess small acts of kindness really do create ripples." Eric raised his coffee cup in a toast. To kindness, to hard work, and to new beginnings. And with that, Emily's journey truly began. The first few months at Emily's cafe were a whirlwind. The cafe quickly became a local favorite, drawing in students, office workers, and families who loved its warm atmosphere and personal touch. Emily made sure every customer felt at home, just as she had once envisioned.